welcome back to my channel. Sass here. I'm here for another Foolery Friday. Yeah! I'm back. We are here another week, and we got a lot to discuss, honey. The folks out here, the people with a little bit of change, a jigga change, is out here cutting a shine, honey. They are out here just burning things up. They are out here, they out here getting fired. I'll get to that in a minute. But first, let's talk about sad news, okay? All right? Let's talk about some sad news. Now, I did not follow this young lady, but apparently a YouTuber, young girl, pretty girl, 24-year-old YouTuber, Nicole Thea, she was, I believe, 8 months pregnant, and she had a massive heart attack, okay? 24 years old, carrying a child. Terrible. I believe she was married. Her and her child passed away, and I was looking back at some of her videos and her Instagram. Her mom had put up the sweetest post about her daughter. Y'all, I was bawling like a baby. Can you imagine being a mother? Not only do you lose your 24-year-old daughter, but you lose your grandchild. And to lose your daughter to a massive heart attack, absolutely awful. My prayers go up to that family. If you followed her, let me know, because I watched some of her videos just to see who she was. She seemed like such a sweet girl, sweet family, just absolutely terrible. What a terrible, terrible thing. And R.I.P. to her family, child. Devastation. Okay? Now, let's talk about Naya, Rivera. All right? They did find her body. Okay? They said that no foul play. They do not think that she harmed herself. They think that it was an accidental drowning. Okay? And they do believe, I've done read several things, I've done heard several things, but they believe that maybe she had gotten somehow trapped with the boat, or the power of the boat with the tide. Just she got caught underneath it, and that's how she passed away. But before she did that, she was able to get her son up onto the boat to his safety. Listen. Absolutely terrible, terrible news. Okay. But at least they found her body. And it was just, according to them, it was just a terrible, terrible accident. And prayers go up to her family. Prayers go up to her son. At least he will know, as he grow up, that his mother was definitely loved, child. His mother was loved. So, R.I.P. to her, and oh my God, just terrible. Y'all know I don't like doing giving out news like that. I just don't like it, but sometimes it has to be done. Let's move on. Now, I know I am a week late to the entanglement. Entanglers, entanglement. How many times have y'all heard that word this week? Everybody is using the word entanglement. That is the word of the week. Okay. Now, when I put up Foolery Friday last week, It was rendering, it was uploaded, and then Jada took it upon herself to mess me up and do red table talk. But I couldn't get to it because I had to go. It don't matter. I'm here now. I'm a week late. Do y'all really care about what I have to say? It's old news, but I'm going to say it. So, as we know, August, okay, he did an interview with Angela Yee. And he said that him and Jada had a relationship. Now, me, myself, I said, I don't know if they had a relationship. I wasn't there. But I did say that Jada will not admit to it. She will take that to the grave. That's what I said. I also said that if she admits to it, that the internet will explode. Well, 1 out of 2 ain't bad. Honey, her and her husband, question mark, got up there and they had a statement. Honey, he was all swelled up in his chest, wasn't he? Honey, Will was pissed. First, Will came at Black Twitter. Now, see, I don't call it Black Twitter. I call it the internet. Anytime when something go down with some black folks, I go to the internet, which means Black Twitter, Black Instagram, Black anything on the web. That's who I am referring to when I say the internet. So Will said, listen here, Black Twitter, y'all got it all wrong. That is not what I said. Jada did say that. I did not give this boy permission to break my wife's back. And Jada said, listen, I don't know where August got that from, okay? I don't know where they got, I don't know where they got that from. Me and you didn't even make a statement. But here you're saying that, they're telling that, August is saying that you gave permission and that, I'm denying everything. That's not true. And I'm here to set the record straight. She said that her and August was in an entanglement. She just kept using that word. And I'm like, what does that even mean? I was like, Jada, you're too old to not be saying what it is. So Will said entanglement. He had a little snicker. And he was like, what is that? Y'all had a relationship. That's what it is, entanglement. And so she was like, yes. Now, the reason why her and August had a relationship is because her and Will were separated. Will looked at Jada and said, I was done with you. They were done. Okay? They were not together. Will said, I was done with you. It was neither here nor there. Now, Will was out there having fun his daggone self. So I guess he thought that Jada was going to have fun too. But he did not bank that she would have fun with a little tenderoni, honey. Now, see, it would have been all right if, she was having fun with a 30, 40, 50-year-old man that they didn't even know. But she carrying on relations with a 20-something-year-old boy that they took in to help. Because they said that this boy was hurting. Okay. He was sick. Okay. We were trying to help him. Well, Jada did help him. Time after time after time. Jada said, August, you depressed. You got a frown on your face, honey. Let me turn that frown upside down. You know what else is going to be turned upside down? My whole body. That's what I'm going to need for you to do. See, when she was using the terms entangled, she meant her legs was entangled with his legs. Her arms was entangled with his arms. That's what she meant by the term entanglement. And of course, she says that after a while that she realized that this ain't it. This is not it. And she knows she can't be carrying on a full-blown relationship with that boy. So they cut it off. Okay. Now, while she's doing all that and Will found out about it, he's pissed. Okay. He don't like it. Will's having his own fun. Like I said, we have always heard that they had an open relationship. And what about Will, honey? Will seemed very, very cocky, very hurt, upset, snide. He was like, oh, I was having my fun. Oh, I was having my fun. You know, and then they were talking about payback. You know, and Jada was like, well, you know, I expected you to have a little bit of payback. He was like, oh, I did. Oh, don't you worry, I did. You know, and Jada was like, okay, you know, all right. Okay. But after they both had their little fun and, you know, laying up with this one and laying up with that one, I guess they realized that they were better together as a couple. They worked things out. She ended her little, you know, relationship with August. And that was that. Okay. That was that. Nothing else to be said. Her and Will are back together. They are married. And, you know, she gave a whole lot of praise to Will. Because she says that she realized how, you know, good of a husband, you know, he was. He is. Y'all don't even need to tell me what y'all think about this story. I know y'all have heard it. I know I am late. But I'm here, child. Now, let's move on. Child, let's talk about held back Tory Lanez. Y'all, Tory Lanez, I'm not here for Tory Lanez. I always thought that Tory Lanez seemed like he's a little off. I mean, I never talk about him. I don't follow him like that. He's not in my radar. I always thought there's something wrong, but he also looked like his breath stank. He just looked like someone who just breath stank. I never was one for Tory Lanez, okay? So anyway, him, Meg Thee Stallion, and Kylie Jenner, somehow they met up, and they were at a Hollywood party. I don't know what happened, but they ended up in a vehicle. Now, I don't know if Kylie was in the vehicle or they were just hanging out at said party. But I do know who was in the vehicle. Meg and Tory, child. Now, something went down inside said vehicle. There was an argument. I don't know if it was Meg and Tory, Meg and others, Tory and others, but an argument went down, okay, and shots was fired. Shots was fired. Now, of course, when all this went down, the internet exploded. So we find out that Tory Lanez gets arrested for having a concealed weapon, a gun. He don't be supposed to have no gun. Then we find out that Meg Thee Stallion was in this mayhem. TMZ, of course, they was there within seconds. Too many zeros. And there's a video of TMZ having Meg Thee Stallion. She was like limping and there was blood. Blood trail behind her foot. So then this story comes, I don't know where it came from, but they said that Meg Thee Stallion had cut her foot. Do y'all want to know what Meg Thee Stallion had to say to that? Meg Thee Stallion said, now I know the devil is a lie. I took shots, okay? I took a bullet. You ain't gonna be telling people that I got a piece of glass in my foot. This is what she said, y'all. She said the narrative that is being reported about Sunday morning's events are inaccurate. And I like to set the record straight. On Sunday morning, I suffered a gunshot as a result of a crime that was committed against me and done with the intention to physically harm me. Now, first of all, Meg, you should have just left that part out. You should have left out the part, a crime against me and done with the intention to physically harm me. Girl, you were shot. We already know that it was done on purpose. They wanted to hurt you, girl. Then she says, I was never arrested. The police officers drove me to the hospital where I underwent surgery to remove the bullets. I'm incredibly grateful to be alive and that I'm expected to make a full recovery. But it was important for me to clarify the details about this traumatic night. I'm currently focused on my recovery so I can return back to my life and back to making music as soon as possible. Now, when she made that statement, it was already alleged that Tory Lanez had shot Meg Thee Stallion. In this statement, she did not say who shot her. She just said, I was shot. They was trying to hurt me. Okay? That's what she said. Now, her manager, honey, he was all over the gram and on Twitter. He said that, listen here, don't let the smooth taste fool you. Okay? It's a bunch of crap. All right? This is what the manager said. The manager said, I hope y'all don't believe he was defending her. That's a BS story. That's what the manager said. So then, of course, the internet grabbed onto that. It was like, now let me get this straight. So Meg Thee Stallion, slow-moving Tory Lanez and Kylie was all at a party, and then they somehow people ended up in the vehicle. Tory slow-moving Lanez that shot Meg? No, that ain't it. Something else had to happen. It did. Now this is the real tea, y'all. This is what really went down. According to TMZ and Page 6, a source claims that Tory Lanez and Megan had a little dispute. Okay? Verbal altercation first. And then while Meg was trying to exit the vehicle, slow-moving, slew-footed Tory Lanez shot at Meg. This is what they said. Tory fired the shots from within the vehicle while Megan was outside trying to leave. There is a video and police are investigating. This is a case of a man physically harming and abusing a woman. That's from slow moving. And did y'all know that Tory Lanez was 5'3"? Meg, what you doing with this boy? Meg, what you doing with him? He look like he eat and he don't wipe his mouth. That's what Tory Lanez look like. Tory Lanez look like he eat and he don't wipe his mouth. He just talk with his mouth full. And you up there, but man, get away from him. Get away from him. And what Kylie doing? What's Kylie doing? Kylie, don't you supposed to be home with your youngin'? Who her youngin', y'all? Stormy? Is that her baby or is that well-built linebacker Chloe? Whose baby Stormy? Is that Kylie's? I ain't looking it up, child. Why ain't you with your youngin'? Child, I bet you if she was anywhere around them gunshots, honey, she took her tail home to her mama. You know, she went to Mama Chris and was like, Mama, child, Tory done shot me. And honey, I bet you Mama Chris went out. She was like, helpful. I told you the only way you're around these colors is if you're having babies with them. Do you know this is all for show? The only reason you should be around black folks is if you're getting knocked up. I told you that. You see who I'm with? He ain't quite right either. He slow-moving, slew-footed, eating with his mouth open, never wiping his mouth. Honey, we ain't heard nothing else from Kylie Jenner. We ain't heard nothing else. Now, we done heard about Tory. He done been arrested. Okay? Shots fired. We done heard about Meg. She done been shot by Tory Lanez. Kylie Jenner somewhere on Instagram going like this. Hey, look, my name Bennett. I ain't in it. That's what Kylie said. Y'all, I tell you what a mess. What an absolute mess. Tory Lanez is out here 5'3" shooting Meg Thee Stallion in the foot. Now right here, according to TMZ, witnesses are not cooperating with the LAPD in regards to the incident involving Tory Lanez, born Daystar Peterson, and Meg Thee Stallion. But there is cell phone video of the altercation. While there may be clarifying cell phone footage of the incident, any video that may or may not be in police custody will not be leaked. Any video that may or may not be in police custody will not be released until the case goes to court in order to protect the integrity of the case. Now listen, Meg Thee Stallion, this is all I'm going to say, okay? You are too smart, okay, to be dealing with slow-moving, okay, slow-footed Tory Lanez. Okay? He don't even wipe his mouth when he eats. I'm guaranteed. I guarantee you. There's always some type of crust somewhere in his inner corners. Leave him alone, man. He done shot you. Any female out there in the future, don't even go around Tory Lanez. He ain't right. He's not right. Child, what y'all think about that? Let's move on. All right, let's talk about Tamar Braxton. Earlier this morning, I believe her boyfriend called 911 because Tamar was unresponsive. Apparently, allegedly, she had taken an overdose of pills. They rushed her to the hospital, and she seemed to be doing okay. She is alive, thank the Lord. But how scary is that? You never know what someone is going through. You never know. And for her to do that, if that's possibly the case, I believe it is, prayers go up to her. We know that she has a son, and you know she has her sisters and her mom and her dad. Anyway, prayers go up to Tamar Braxton. Whatever you're going through, Tamar, let's hope you get through it. You'll be all right. You'll be okay. Now, let's talk about Nick Cannon. F-I-R-E-D. He's fired. Now listen, I gotta do it for others. I gotta do it for Nick. Nick got fired, y'all, by Firecom. Now, Nick. He was on his podcast with one of the members of Public Enemy. And he was just expressing how he was feeling about the, whole current situation of the world. He was, letting out his frustrations. Okay. And he even said, while he was talking to, what's his name, y'all? Professor Griff. That's his name, Professor Griff. And he was just, letting out his frustrations. Okay. And he started talking. And he says, let me word this correctly. I don't want to mess up on this. I want to get this right, He didn't want to put his foot in his mouth, basically. Well, In some people's eyes, he did. He made references and conspiracy theories, and he says the Rothschilds centralized banking, the 13 families, the bloodlines that control everything, even outside of America. Cannon insisted that the conversation was not hateful because Semitic people are black people. You can't be anti-Semitic when we are Semitic people, he said. He also voiced admiration for the Nation of Islam, Louis Farrakhan. Now, he went on and on and on and on. The more he talked and the more he was expressing himself and, you know, just talking about his frustrations, he starts saying things. He starts saying things that, you know, people at Viacom didn't like. And so they said this: while we support ongoing education and dialogue in the fight against bigotry, we are deeply troubled that Nick has failed to acknowledge or apologize for his anti-Semitism. I had to get that right, y'all. And we are terminating our relationship with him. Of course, we know that Nick has been with Wild 'N Out and, you know, MTV, VH1, BET, all those stations are through Viacom. So they, you know, terminated him, all right, for the words that he used, said that it was racial, and of course, they said that it was, and of course, they're not going to tolerate it. Now listen, we all know the times that we live in, all right? And we all know that if you say anything, I mean just this much out of the way, you will get terminated. Okay, I don't care if you're white, black, Hispanic, Asian, you come out your mouth wrong in their eyes. Okay, they are going to let you go. They do not want any type of blowback. And what they think that Nick said, you know, they feel like that he should be let go. Now, Nick, he did apologize. He had this big, huge Facebook post, and y'all know I'm not going to read that, so I'll just give y'all a little highlight to what he said, child. He said, if I furthered the hate speech, I wholeheartedly apologize. But now I am the one making demands. Now, before he made that statement, he says that he does apologize, that, you know, to his Jewish brothers and sisters, he did not mean, you know, anything by that. Of course he's not racist. Of course he don't think that, you know, Jewish people are terrible or horrible. He was just, you know, giving some examples, and he was just talking out of frustration. He did not mean any hate or any malice by that. Now, with that being said, he said, I ain't nobody's punk. Okay? I am no one's punk. Now, I will take this hit, but one thing I'm not going to lose is Wild 'N Out. That's my baby. That's my $1 billion baby, and I'm keeping it. Y'all want to know what he said further, child? He says, I demand full ownership of my $1 million Wild 'N Out brand that I created. And they will continue to misuse and destroy without my leadership. I demand that the hate and backdoor bullying cease. And while we are at it, now that the truth is out, I demand an apology. Nick Cannon said, I ain't nobody's punk. I may have gotten fired on a Monday, but I'm still going to be kicking butt on a Tuesday. Now, this conversation conversation that he had. I think this was a while ago. And I think it's just, resurfaced. So, but anyway, Nick done got fired. He said Wildin' Out is his baby. And he's going to, by any means necessary, okay, he is going to keep hold of his $1 billion baby. What y'all think about Nick Cannon? What do y'all think about this whole situation? You guys, listen. It's sensitive times out there. Okay, what sensitive is. Everyone is listening and everyone is watching. Okay? And you can speak your truth. You can, free speech. All right? But just know that not everyone is going to agree with what you think is right or what you have to say. Leave your comments down below. All right, let's talk about Arrest Child and putting hands on each other. Let's talk about Arrest Child, Bashar Gray. He played Hakeem in Empire. Ain't that a kid? Y'all see this budget? What he going through, y'all? What he going through? Child, bye. Honey, but at least he had on his mask. Good job. I mean, you went upside your wife's head, but at least you had your mask on. Good job. Good job. Now listen. What's wrong with you, Hakeem? Why you look like this? Child, he look like he been drugged by 3 trucks. He haven't had no type of moisture touch that body. He ain't been drinking water. He ain't took no shower. He ain't used no lotion. Look at this mess. Empire star Bashar Gray was arrested on domestic violence charges in Goodyear, Arizona. Child, it ain't a good year for you, honey. Hakeem, this ain't a good year. You know what upside your wife's head? On Monday, July the 13th, U.S. Weekly said, apparently, him and his wife was in the altercation. He done beat her up, okay? She said strangled her. She gets out of the house, she runs down the road, and she flagged a passerby. The cops roll up, and Hakeem thought that he was in a episode of Empire, and he had a 9-hour standoff with the police. In Goodyear, Arizona. 9 hours? What's wrong with y'all? She was transported to the nearby hospital and continued to receive assistance from detectives and victims advocate after being discharged. Her wounds was minor. Meanwhile, Hakeem was in a 9-hour standoff with the police. After that, he was arrested. He finally brought his black ass out, the dummy. He was booked at Maricopa County, Arizona on charges of aggravated assault, and disorderly conduct. In response to the news, Gray's rep told U.S. Weekly, guess what his representative said, y'all? Guess what his managers, producers, parents, cousins, sisters, brothers, his cat, his dog, guess what they said to U.S. Weekly on his behalf? Please pray for the Gray family. If you don't get on out of here, y'all still watch Empire? Is that still on? Y'all, I used to review Empire a long time ago. I don't even know if I still got those videos up. Long time ago, I used to do Empire, but child, honey, I got so tired of Empire and their crazy storylines. I had to let it go. But Empire, the first 2-3 seasons, it was on point, but I don't even know what's going on now. But anyway, y'all know what the Gray family said. The Gray family said, pray for. Y'all gonna pray for him? I'll think about it, child. I'll think about it. I have another RIP, Kelly Preston. She died of breast cancer. She was 57 years old, and she was the wife of John Travolta. They had been together for years and years. And she got diagnosed with breast cancer. I believe it was either last year or 2 years ago. You really didn't, see too much of her. You never heard about John Travolta or her for a while. And come to find out that she passed away. How sad. Such, at a young age. 57? So young. So young. So, R.I.P. to Kelly Preston. Very sad. Tamera, Mowry, sister. Y'all know that one of them twins, child, Tamera, she is leaving The Real after 7 seasons. That show done been on for 7 seasons. I guess, child, she's leaving the show. She says that she wants to spend more time with her family. This is what she said, Joe. She said, for 7 years, my home and heart has been at The Real. The friendships that I made there will last a lifetime, and the people that I've had the blessing to interview have changed my life for the better. And then she goes on and on about sister love and how the other women are her sisters and women power, all that. Listen, I have told y'all before, I didn't watch The Real. I did not watch. I don't even think I even watched a full episode of that show. But hey, if she wants to move on and spend time with her family, is she the one that's married to that white man that worked for Fox News? Is that her husband? Love can build that bridge between your heart and mine. Who sings that? If you could tell me who sings that, put it down below. You the real MVP. Y'all, when I tell you, I used to buy Love Can Build That Bridge. Don't you think? Don't you think it's time? What? Don't you think it's time? Y'all didn't know I know that. See, I know all facets of music, y'all. Don't get me started on Alison Krauss. Don't get me started on her. You want to talk about a woman who can sing. Let's move. All right, Sheree Whitfield said that she has been tested positive for COVID. Y'all, something going on with Sheree. I mean, I'm not saying that she don't have COVID. She may. But something's going on there. Y'all remember a couple of months ago, and I completely forgot to talk about this story, when her mama was lost. Her mama had went missing. And Sheree was all over Instagram taking selfies and talking about this and that. Everything by her mama for a couple of days. And your mama missing. And you on Instagram talking about peaches and herbs and whatever you was talking about. What's wrong with you? And then people in the comments was like, girl, did you fall out of bed? Your whole mama missing. And you up on Instagram Live talking about canned peaches or whatever she was talking about. And then she started talking about her mama when they started digging in that butt in the comments. And then after that, like a day later, her mama showed up. Or her mama was found or something going. It was something like really weird. Child, Sheree, Y'all say a prayer for Sheree. She got the COVID. That's what she said. Alright, let me close this up with some things that I'm looking forward to. Now, this whole versus thing, I'm not one for the verses. But DMX and Snoop Dogg is going to have a battle. I'm here for it. It's going to give it to you. It's going to give it to you. Listen, DMX, with all of his struggles, trials, and tribulations, DMX is one of my favorite rappers of all time. Snoop. Now, I will say earlier, Snoop, come on, you cannot deny this man. Okay, doggy style. Doggy style. What him and Dr. Dre did, no one can. When I tell you I bumped that in the summer of 93, fall of 93, early 94, it was everywhere. It was huge. Okay, so we have DMX, okay, and we have Snoop Dogg, and I am here for it. I really am. I am so excited about this. Lord, I cannot wait to see DMX. Her child, honey, he gonna be sweating all over the place. He gonna be spitting all over the place, child. They may have to pull out a respirator, child. We gonna have Snoop Dogg just sitting there with his sunglasses on, fresh braids, honey, probably drinking, getting high. Honey, I'm here for it. Are y'all gonna watch? I know I am, child. I am excited about this versus. But anyway, when is it? July the 22nd. Yeah, Wednesday, July the 22nd, child. I'm sure there's somebody streaming somewhere. It'll be on something. Hamilton. Hamilton is on Disney Plus, y'all. I have watched it at least 3 times. I have the original soundtrack to Hamilton. I have it downloaded. I do not have the remix, but I have listened to it. I prefer the original. Hamilton is amazing. Now, if you're not into theater or plays, you may not find it interesting, but I am. Okay, I love musicals. My favorite musical is probably The Sound of Music, followed by West Side Story. And Hamilton is probably up there. Okay, Hamilton is something that I wanted to see. Of course, I can't see it in New York, but they were in Charlotte, North Carolina. I think it was like a year and a half ago or 2 years. I can't remember, but I was unable to make it, and I was so upset about it. But anyway, it is amazing, amazing, amazing play, and it has won so many Tonys. Okay, it swept the Tonys. Of course, Hamilton was sold out in New York for years. I mean, I think, before the Rona hit, that it was sold out until 2022 or 21, something crazy like that. Unreal. So if you have Disney Plus and you appreciate a good little bop, okay, and go ahead and check out Hamilton. Also, I'm just going to let y'all know that I will be reviewing Love After Lockup. I have already seen season 3, episode 1. I just need to film it. All right, I already know what went on. It comes on tonight. We at I think 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. Now, I can put it up tonight at 10, or I can wait to put it up tomorrow. Y'all let me know down below what you prefer, and I'll try to make that happen. Alright, friends, I have talked enough. Okay, this video is probably long as crap. We had a lot to cover. Y'all stay safe out there. Okay? To my new subscribers, welcome to the family. I appreciate y'all. Alright? Y'all know the routine. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends. Bye!